Hi, in today's video, I want to warn you of using AI, artificial intelligence, to write your articles for your blogs, for your websites. There's a new tool on the market called Originality.ai. There'll be a link down in the description for access to it. I want to go over and show you what I have recently done. I'd say in the last 5 months. I had never done something like this before, but this was too good to believe. So I was using about 3 different programs for AI. I had purchased a new program back in August, which I found really easy to use. So I was creating posts for 3 different websites with this program. What happened is that I used one article from somewhere to see if this showed. And what I realized was that I had done all these posts on 3 different websites since October to try to gain some friction, some Google momentum with each of the sites. And I realized that as soon as I came across this tool called Originality, I'd better start checking. I checked a couple of them, and this is what I got. I got 1% original, 99% AI. So I figured then that if this could figure it out, I'm sure Google could figure it out. A little bit later in the video, we'll discuss real quick the Google policy for AI content. And let's move now into how this video is structured and what I intend to do in the video. Okay, so my plan for this video is I'm going to show you the 3 programs that I've been using for AI creation. And I'm going to take probably 3 different articles from 3 different websites, and we're going to test it in Originality.ai. And then at the end of the video, I just want to give you a recap and some of my opinions on things I guess you need to be aware of, and maybe warnings that are just my opinion, but maybe warnings that you might want to heed because of you don't want to get a strike from Google or go through all the work to post new posts and not have them become successful in Google SEO rankings. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to go to a couple of these sites that I use, and then from there I'll do the test, come back here to Originality.ai and put them in and test it. Okay, so the first thing is a program called Word Hero. I think I purchased it, lifetime deal. They have a thing called Editor, which I got a lifetime deal on. You can see I've used it a lot, and these are for different sites to create some content, get some content in the pipeline, if you will. So I've used Word Hero. I also use a program I bought about 1.5 years, 2 years ago called Writer. You can see I've used that for several different situations as well. And then the original was Jasper, which I purchased a couple years ago. The AI is wonderful. It does help you create articles. This Word Hero is really good. The editor has magic. You hit a couple buttons here and it creates. I was coming up with 15, 16, 1800 word things I was rearranging. I was adding 2 things. But when I did a search on Originality, I found that one of the articles came out testing that it was recognized right here. I'll look at the results. This content was tested out at 28% original, 72% AI. And we're going to I'm going to do a demo on this, and we'll show you how this is going to recognize AI. And my warning to you is that you're going to have to put probably more elbow grease. It's kind of like the spin writers used to be. You couldn't depend on them to create articles. Now back 10, 12, 15 years ago, it could be done and you could make a lot of money and get good rankings, but Google caught up with it. Now I'm afraid Google's probably, if this program can detect it, I'm sure that Google can detect. So they're either going to penalize you for your article, or your article's never going to go anywhere. It's just going to kind of sit maybe between 30, 40, 50 in the rankings, and it's not good enough for you to make money with. Next I'm going to do is we're going to look at doing a couple demos here with the program Originality.ai. Okay, so we're in Originality.ai, and we're going to do a content scan. Just want you to know that if you pay $20 for 2,000 credits, what we're going to be careful of doing is we're just going to take little pieces of the content to test as we do this. So we're going to push content scan, A box is going to come up here. Now I'm going to go to one of my sites, and I'm just going to try to go to like maybe the heart, just the heart of maybe an article here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this small section here. We're going to go back to Originality and paste it into here, and we're just going to scan it real quick. This is all live. You can see how quickly this is being done. This is scanning an article from one of my sites, and there it is. It says it's 100% AI. How's that page doing? Well, it's not doing very well. Neither is my new site. So let's do content scan again, and let's go to another site. This is an article I posted a couple months ago, back in October. And we'll take a little bit of this out. Go to Originality. And let's see, plus new. Copy in the new section here. We'll scan this one. This is 107 words. Now, if Originality, if it should be, oh, see, now this one says it's 92% original, 8% AI. Now, I believe that should be able to, now this says it's plagiarized. I don't think so. I wrote the whole article. Why that is doing that, I don't know. This has worked so far for spotting AI. That's the reason we're doing it today. We're going to do another new content. Take a section of this right here and copy this. This is another article. We'll go to Originality, paste that in, and we'll see how much this says this is AI or original content. See, this is all 99% AI again. What I want to bring to your attention is that you should probably be aware of this, and you should probably use the tool for what it's used for. AI, if its word hero is not used as a total crutch, but used to create content that I can use to get my creative juices going. And I'm going to have to go into these posts and do more breaking them down, making them original, and more of my thoughts. Because obviously this article, I think, is about 50-50, if I remember right from writing it. But we'll do a scan here real quick. We'll just see how this works. We'll scan this. Now, if I remember right, some sections I originally wrote, some sections were total AI. And it must be this section's total AI because it comes up at 1% original, 99% AI. That's Originality.ai. I want to bring to your attention that you may want to come into these posts and think about maybe analyze a couple more sections. Let's just try one more section and see if it's AI or if it's me that wrote it. The reason I did it was because I was using it to make some new posts on a couple sites back in October. Obviously, these haven't done much good for getting my traffic in 2.5 months, and I guess I know why. Because now I realize that Google is spotting AI content. See, this comes up 100% as well. So, is it worth it? I think that if you come to Originality.ai, if you follow the link down in the description, that this used as a tool to test your writing. You can use AI, but don't use it as much as a crutch, and incorporate and spend some time using some elbow grease to create your article. You can test it out to find out how much it's showing. I would think probably like 80% original, 20% AI isn't going to be a problem. But I think 100% or 99% AI is a problem, and I wanted to make you aware of it. So that's what today's video is about. Let's look quickly at Google's policy towards AI content detection. Right here it says, according to Google's John Mueller, content generated automatically uses AI writing tools, violates Google's Webmaster guidelines. His statement led to lots of debates in the SEO community. AI-generated content is typically assumed to come under auto-generated content, which can lead to a manual penalty. There is an article right here below it. Can Google really detect AI content? I'll leave a link for that article down below the description for you. And the problem is that they probably can. If people can generate this to sell this as a service, you know that Google can generate and detect. You don't want a manual penalty from Google on your website. So that's the end of this video. I wanted to introduce you to Originality.ai. I thought we needed to discuss the use of AI sites for writing content. And I think after we analyze some pages from 3 different of my websites that you can see, I'm guilty of not using enough elbow grease. And I think you should take that as a warning if you've done this and plastered some sites with a lot of content that Google probably is figuring you out, and you probably need to improve your content, make it more original. So the moral of the story is that there's still no escaping being original and creating your own content and putting the time and effort into it. So if you got some value from this video today, please give me a thumbs up. Like the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Reach over there and tap the bell icon as well so you get notified every time I publish a new video to our channel. That's it for today's video. Take care. God bless.